Hi, how to reprogram your mind. Yes, you have been programmed. Not in the way you might think if you watched the Manchurian Candidate. You weren't locked in a room and had crazy sounds and dipped in water and dipped back in water and told to repeat the same phrase over and over and over again. Not that kind of, evil, nasty reprogramming. But we've been reprogrammed since probably just before we were born, right up until the age of 7 or 8, because we live in a bubble. We live in a bubble of beliefs. As we're growing up, we hear everything our parents and immediate family say about what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent. We learn that smoking is good, that eating loads of crap is good, that being violent in a family relationship is okay, is acceptable. We learn all kinds of things subconsciously. We are little sponges when we're kids. We absorb all this stuff that we don't realize we're absorbing because it's around us. We see it day in, day out. So our parents, even though they are not trying to turn us into automatons, into robots, into some like nasty assassin or suicide bomber, they are still programming us. Every time they say no, every time they do something like, say, spend 5 hours on a Saturday sleeping on the sofa, they are programming us and we don't know it, we don't recognize it. And this goes on right up until the age of 7, 8, 9, 10. And as we get older and sort of start going to school, we expand our bubble, and then the kids at school and the teachers also begin to program us into certain ways of doing things. How many people watching this today started smoking very, very young? And the reason you started smoking very, very young was because the cool kids in the class, in the school, that's what they were doing behind the bike sheds, all the kind of stuff we know we're not supposed to do, but kids did because it was a dare, it was a challenge. If you want to be in my gang, this is what you had to do. All of this goes on sort of subconsciously. And the biggest challenge we face today as adults is that 95% of everything that we do, we think, we believe is locked inside in the subconscious mind. So you might be slogging your guts out to become successful, get your business up and running, but it never seems to work. The reason being is that there's something inside your subconscious mind that says, nah, there's no point, don't bother, you're never going to make it. And that could go all the way back to something that you recognize when you're a kid. Maybe your parents believed that rich people were nasty and evil and money was the root of all evil, or maybe you had parents who did try and had 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 jobs but never seemed to get their head above water. So you believe the same thing. So there you are, out trying to get a business going, trying to grow your business, and it isn't working and you don't know why. Well, the thing is, what we need to do is to take control and to begin to reprogram ourselves. And it's very, very straightforward and simple to do if you're prepared to do the work. So the first thing is, you've got to be gentle with yourself internally. And what I mean by that is that every time you get a negative thought, if you go, oh no, not another bloody negative thought, my brain is hopeless, I'm hopeless, all that. No. What we need to do is to say, okay, that's a negative thought. How can I turn that around? So say, for example, you want to go from making 4 figures a month to making 6 figures a month. And you say, oh God, I can't do it. Well, instead of saying I can't do it, say, well, I can't do it yet, or I haven't learned how to do it. So turn that negative thought around. And every time you get a negative thought, turn it around. Don't fight it. Don't do that. Yeah. Go, okay, I'm hopeless. If you have to say that, we'll go, well, yeah, okay, I'm hopeless at the moment, but I'm learning to be better. Turn it around. Every single negative thought that comes into your head, turn it around. And eventually what we'll do over time is we'll eliminate them. And if you're conscious and deliberate about doing this, so every single time you get a negative thought, you do your best to turn it around. You can do this really, really quickly. If you just kind of think, well, today I had a negative thought, but didn't really bother me too much, then it's going to take you years to reprogram your mind. We need to make this a deliberate practice. Say, for example, you're a martial artist, yeah? You will practice once a day, every day, 3 or 4, 5. You'll have a regular practice set in. And this is how you become a really good martial artist. You get your black belt, your first dan, second dan, fourth dan, and so on, because of regular, consistent practice of the basics, okay? This is how we reprogram our mind. We do that by practicing this consistently. So that first thing, change those negative thoughts. Do it every single day. The next thing is start to create some positive habits. If when you get frustrated or angry or upset or annoyed or pissed off or whatever, you reach for a drink or you reach for a cigarette or you reach for some crappy food like a bar of chocolate or something sugary, change that habit. Reach for something else. You know, have a glass of water or get up and go for a walk or eat a piece of fruit or something. Do something different that is going to help you, that is going to be a positive thing. Maybe if you've got a book of affirmations or a book that makes you feel happy when you sort of glance through it, or you've got a photo album. When you're feeling frustrated, do that. I've got a question for you. Do you have a set of goals? Do you know what your goals and your dreams are? If you have, this is brilliant for when you get pissed off, because what you do is you go, oh God, I'm having a really bad day today. So you grab your goals list and you go, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing it, because I want to buy the house, because I want to go on vacation, because I want to buy the new camera. This is why you do the thing, okay? Every time you get pissed off, thinking you're having a bad day or something doesn't work out or you get rejected, dig out your goals. In fact, you shouldn't have to dig them out. They should be with you wherever you go in some form or other, in a note on your phone or a piece of card like this, so that when things aren't going right, when you start to drop yourself down into that hole, you can lift yourself up again by creating a positive habit. The next thing, probably the most important one really, is to start off your day as you mean to go forward. And what I mean by this is, rather than get, oh God, there's going to be another crappy day and I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Do I really have to go to work? Oh, I've got to write that report. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that. Hi, Cheryl. Don't do that anymore. What you do is say, right, okay, I'm awake, I'm going to get up and I'm going to have a cold shower. I'm going to do 5 press-ups. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to kiss my girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other. I'm going to stroke the dog. Do something positive. Put yourself straight in a positive mindset. If you've got a lot on your brain, get a book, get a journal and write it all down. Get it out of your head, get it out on paper and then just leave it to one side. Have a plan for the day. Even if you're an employee, even if you're going to work, have a plan about what you're going to do during that day. And in your downtime, when you come home, what are you going to do to improve your mind, to improve your life, to improve your body? Have this stuff planned, not down to the minute necessarily, but okay, I'm going to get home at 5, I've got to feed the kids, I've got to do this, do that. But between, 9:30 and 10:30 before I've got to bed, I've got an hour to myself. So I'm going to do a bit of work on my business, or I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to meditate, or whatever. It doesn't matter, but set your day up to win, so that when things do come along that aren't what you want, you can deal with them. Because this is the important thing. Most of us react to situations and we let the situation tell us how to react, yeah? And we need to turn that around. Whatever comes your way, look where possible to put a positive spin on. So if something bad happens, what can we learn from that? This is all about how to reprogram your mind. We need to be deliberate in our thoughts. We need to be deliberate in our actions. Stop letting other people dictate how you think, how you feel, how you act. Because you're being reprogrammed by them and not yourself. The whole goal of this video is to get you to see that you can reprogram your mind for success and make the necessary changes. 5 things that you could stop right now that would improve your life immediately. Lots of them. I'm not going to tell you. You tell me 5 things that you could stop right now today that would make your life instantly better. Have a think about that. So, to recap. Yes, we are programmed, not like in the Manchurian Candidate scenario, but accidentally in this bubble that we live in, bubble of belief that we live in all the way through our lives, okay? But it becomes more impactful from 0 to about 7, and then a little bit less, but still quite important when we go to school and the teenage years, because we all want to be kind of part of the cool gang, don't we? Yeah. Change your negative thoughts. Don't fight your mind, work with your mind. So instead of saying, I feel crappy today, say to yourself, okay, I feel crappy today, so I'm going to have a cold shower, or I'm going to do this to change my mood. Change the thought from negative to positive. Have your goals to hand. Know what you're aiming for. If you don't have goals, make some. Turn a dream that you really want, that dream vacation, or you want to go and see your long lost auntie in America or Australia, make that a goal to go and see them. Work out how much it's going to cost. Break it down into how you can achieve that. Having a goal gives us something to look forward to, makes life fun and enjoyable and exciting. And guess what? Your brain loves a challenge if you said it right. Yeah, our brains love to be challenged. This is how we've evolved. Think about it. We were living in trees, looking with like the chimps. But over time, because we wanted a challenge, because we wanted to grow and develop, we left the trees and went onto the savannah and lived in caves. And then from there, we spread right the way across this beautiful planet of ours because we wanted to learn and grow and challenge ourselves and push ourselves. We want the same, but life kind of gets in the way and squeezes it out of us. What I'm saying to you is you can reprogram your mind if you stop letting life and the environment squeeze you into your place, yeah? And you start to grow and develop and become who you really want to be. So get those new habits going, start your day off right. If you've enjoyed this, please drop me a link in the comments. If you've got any questions, drop a link in the comments, or drop a like in the comments even. Just drop me a bloody comment, okay? Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.